Greetings. My name is Bob Harris, and I am a member of the DuPage UU Church's Ministerial Search Committee. Your Ministerial Search Committee is pleased to present an overview of the recent survey findings. We greatly appreciate that 3/4 of our members and pledging friends took time to enter your responses. The results give us a deeper understanding of who we are, and we're pleased to share this with you today. As part of the congregational record that is submitted to the UUA, we needed to reflect our current makeup, vision, and thoughts about the best qualities that an incoming called minister might bring to us. As such, the questions were a mix of data gathering and open-ended comments. The MSC read through all comments and did our best to represent consensus views. We'll also provide word clouds based on the responses for some of the questions. We asked, how long have you been a member or pledging friend of DUUC, and what is your age? There was a high response of 188, representing a full array of ages and tenures. 60% were over 60 years of age. We asked, how often do you attend Sunday services, and how often do you attend Science Sunday and other forums? Members regularly attend Sunday services, with 71% attending more than once per month. Forums are also fairly popular, with 22% attending at least once per month and 66% at least a few times per year. We asked, what was your religious background prior to identifying as UU? Most came to UUism from another religious tradition. In order, respondents' backgrounds before UUism were 53% Christian, 16% non-religious, 15% other, 11% raised UU, 5% Judaism, and 1% Buddhism. We have great diversity in our beliefs. 27% identify as humanists, 23% as spiritual or non-theists, 16% as atheists or agnostics, 6% as theists, 13% as UUs with other or non-specific leanings, and 15% identifying as something else, including pagan, humanist, Buddhist, Jewish, and combinations of several beliefs. We asked how strongly you identify with various spiritual beliefs. We won't go into detail with this ranking exercise, but you may choose to pause this recording to look it over. Suffice it to say that these responses further show the wide diversity in our beliefs. We asked, which of the following do you normally practice at least 4 hours monthly? Many are actively volunteering with 42%, practicing meditation or mindfulness with 38%, and doing social justice work with 34%. We asked about sexual orientation and identity. We are a diverse community with almost a fifth, or 19%, identifying as other than heterosexual. Nearly all, with 99%, identify their gender as man or woman. We asked, do you consider yourself part of a multiracial family? From our separate diversity survey, we learned that a fifth, or 18%, of our families are multiracial. We asked, do you or members of your immediate family attending DUUC have disabilities that require accommodation to attend or participate in Sunday services, religious education, or other activities? From that same survey, we learned that a fifth, or 22%, have a family member that requires some accommodation. We asked about your highest level of education. Most, or 84%, have at least a bachelor's degree, and over half, or 56%, also have a master's degree or doctorate. We asked, how strongly connected do you feel to other members at DUUC? Responses varied on connectedness to others at church. 21% reported low or very low, that is 1 to 2 on a scale. 24% fair, and 55% good or very good on a scale of 4 to 5. We asked how confident you are in the church's financial well-being. Confidence in the church's financial well-being was reported as low or very low by 25%, fair by 48%, and good or very good by 26%. We asked how important is it for you to support the church financially, and what percentage of income does your annual giving represent? Importance to financially support the church was listed as low or very low by 8%, fair by 19%, and good or very good by 73%. Giving levels were 20% giving at 0 or 1% of their income, 47% giving at 2 to 4%, 26% giving at 5 to 9%, 6% giving at 10 to 14% of their income, and 1% giving at 15% or more of their income. We asked how aware you were that DUUC has been intentionally transforming to a policy governance model where the minister acts as chief of staff and implements policy provided to them from the board. Half, or 51%, were not aware that DUUC has been transitioning to a policy governance model. Here we show a word cloud with words most often repeated as larger than the rest. This deals with what makes for the most meaningful Sunday services and defining good preaching. Good services were described as supportive rituals, but also thought-provoking, both intellectually and emotionally stimulating, and relevant to our lives. We want our services to help us understand ourselves better, build community, and comfort us in difficult times. We also want to be challenged in our current thinking or behavior, whether to better ourselves or the world around us. We want to leave the service with something to think about during the coming week and to be motivated to return to the church service next Sunday. High-quality music is important. Sermons should be well-researched, thoughtful, and well-delivered. We expect to be challenged. Our congregation values engaging, genuine, dynamic speakers who make eye contact and make complex topics accessible to all. We ask you to rank by importance the factors in Sunday services. In order, by weighted rank, the primary qualities for good services were given as building community, understanding ourselves better, and comforting us in difficult times. Moderate qualities were teaching new paths for change and development, stimulating intellectual discussions, and challenging preconceived notions. Least important qualities were spurring us to act on our convictions, supporting feelings and beliefs, or inspiring reverence and awe. We asked what an incoming minister should know about our theologies. We are varied in theologies and grounded in UU principles. Some perceive a humanist-theist divide, while others feel that divide is overemphasized. Some want or need rituals, others are against them. A pagan group meets regularly, and the winter solstice service is very popular. Some of the most meaningful events revolve around nature and ritual, and many of us are searching for models and language that meet our experiences. We ask you to list traditions that the minister should maintain. The most popular ones were Joys and Concerns, the Flower Communion and In-Gathering services, performances by the choir and musicians, and the winter solstice service. Other traditions mentioned often included youth activities, membership activities, social justice activities such as the Smile Project, PADS, and special collections, and Science Sunday. We asked, what are the top 3 activities that you do or would consider doing for at least 1 hour per month? We also asked, how many hours have you averaged on a committee or volunteering at DUUC over the past 2 years? Activities of most interest in order were social interaction, social justice, public ministry and PADS, building and grounds upkeep, facilitating services and forums, teaching, administration, music, and pastoral care. Most, or 65%, donate at least 1 hour per month. This slide provides another word cloud. We asked how we as church members live our values and what recent work we've been involved in. Our values are demonstrated through our social justice work, including our Smile Project, monthly special collections, environmental protection work, participation in peaceful protests, and seeking positive change through political work. Also, our community outreach and service, including paths and support for Youth Outlook. We care for each other by providing youth religious education, being a welcoming congregation, being a green sanctuary congregation, active pastoral ministry associates and pastoral care, passing statements of conscience, and celebrating rites of passage. We asked what you think is slow, stuck, or unattended to. Mentioned most often were social justice work and community outreach, fellowship activities, membership and visitor relations, grounds and maintenance, volunteer involvement, and policy governance. Also mentioned were adult religious education and diversity within the church. We asked you to list in ranking order the most desired ministerial skills. In order, they were leading engaging Sunday services, facilitating a sense of community, providing pastoral care, developing leadership within the congregation, increasing membership, involvement along with the director of religious education in religious education, managing staff members, leading social justice work, involvement with committees, involvement in interfaith and community affairs, and involvement in the greater UU denomination. On the next 4 slides, we asked what you expect for the minister. In the area of pastoral care, we expect the minister to work with and support the pastoral ministry associates, to be available in times of great need, such as death, hospitalizations, or life crises, and to have a genuine interest in the lives of congregants. In the area of home and hospital visits, we expect the minister to visit members in critical situations. In the area of children and adult religious education, we expect the minister to treat children as an important part of the church community, to interact positively with children, to collaborate with the director of religious education, to provide quality adult religious education, and to support members who are leading adult religious education. In the area of community building, facilitation skills, and coffee hour or social times, we expect the minister to be social with the congregation, to attend church-wide events, to participate in coffee hours, and to help lead workshops on peaceful communication and facilitating skills. In the area of committee work, the minister is welcome but not expected to attend all committee meetings. The minister will be an active member with pastoral ministry associates, the Sunday Services Committee, and others as needed. In the area of leadership development, the minister will support congregational leaders, help with leadership development, and have a cooperative relationship with the board. In the area of membership and membership growth, the minister should give dynamic and inspiring Sunday services. They should be visible in the community and available and welcoming to members and visitors during coffee hour. In the area of anti-oppression work, social justice, and social action, we want ministerial support for social justice initiatives. The minister should motivate congregants to get involved, and the minister should be visible in our local community. In the area of interfaith and community work, the minister should participate in local interfaith work. In the area of denominational activities, the minister should be aware of major topics and issues within the UUA. The minister should inform the congregation of such. The minister should collaborate with local UU churches and build our church's representation at regional and national assemblies. In the area of spiritual guidance, the minister should be available for one-on-one spiritual guidance, adult religious education classes, discussion groups, and spiritual direction small groups. The minister should provide moral, ethical, and spiritual food for thought in sermons, and the minister should deliver well-researched and inspirational sermons. In the area of counseling, the minister should be available in times of need, collaborate with pastoral ministry associates, and refer out cases that need ongoing or extensive services. We asked how trust is built between the congregation and the minister. Examples included empathetic and compassionate listening on both sides, open and honest communication, relationships based on shared visions, ideas, and positive interactions, the minister sharing their own personal story, and the minister getting to know congregants through individual connections. We asked, what would be one mistake that the minister could make that would seriously affect their ministry? Examples included being dishonest, having inappropriate relationships with congregants, misusing church money, doing anything illegal, not putting enough effort into Sunday services, not working collaboratively with church leadership, making changes before knowing our church, showing preferences for a group or ideology over others, being rude, indifferent, or arrogant, avoiding conflicts at resolution, or breaking confidences. From our youth survey, we asked, why is the church important to you? Although we only received 10 responses, they demonstrate that our youth are thriving in our RE program and have meaningful things to say about our supportive church environment. They mentioned, because it's a place to come together and speak about important topics, all the people have time to be together. I've met a lot of cool people. A place to educate myself on religion. It's a way to express myself. I'm not certain yet. Church is important to me because it feels like I am home. It's fun. I learn about being a UU, I like my classes, and it's important to have this little community and time with friends and crafts. Thanks for reviewing the survey results. If you have questions or comments, please email us at search@DuPageUUchurch.org. Thank you.